So I was reading recently that Bill Whitaker, a 60 Minutes correspondent news journalist, says they want to get back to recording more about the news as opposed to juggling things that's going on. 60 Minutes definitely seemed awkward as all get out. Obviously, with the Trump impact and the fact people aren't doing journalists, 60 Minutes is not the way it once was. It is one of the best news journalist shows on TV. However, when they're trying to appeal or do things that seem astray, it doesn't quite go the way it's supposed to. So, anyway, Whitaker was talking and he says that they hope they get back to doing more journalism. I hope so. I mean, that's the sad reality of these network shows that are not uh, bringing forth what they were known for doing. It's very disturbing. It's one of those things that where you are trying to make sense of what it's about. You know, 60 Minutes was what I call one of the last standards of journalism. Obviously, in this day and age, Fox News ain't nothing but Saturday Night Live in disguise with so-called people that went to school for journalism broadcasting. They really don't really talk about much, except they try to find like it's a parody. It's almost like South Park meets The Simpsons in a parody of something that's supposed to assemble something, but it's so biased and one-sided, and they talk out the sides. But anyway, Bill Whitaker is definitely a respected commentator, respected journalist, and I'm glad to hear that he's been on air for about 40 years and he's been associated, uh, with 60 Minutes about season 11. So, he's been there. But it's a lot of politic and a lot of finagle, a lot of stuff that goes on. You know, remember the great Ed Bradley was on there. When they were about journalism, they were about actually going after stories. They were actually bringing something insightful to you on Sunday night where you had to watch. You felt what they were about. And I always used to watch when Andy Rooney was there. He was the first dude that I said that was like a blogger, vlogger, podcast, like a content creator, because he had his corner where he would give his thoughts and his takes. He had a curmudgeon vibe about him, but there was something cool about watching it. Morley Saver, Harry Reasoner, Mike Wallace, even though I ain't feeling him or his son per se, but he was good for what they did. I used to watch that show, you know, and before they got commercialized and centralized. But when they stick to journalism and they report on actual and factual, it was definitely worth watching. So, Bill Whitaker definitely somebody that I would say that, yeah, you want to take, listen to and take heed to where he's coming from.